Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. So this video is just going to be audio. I'm not going to be showing my face. I'm going to be reading some notes and I'll go into what those notes entail. So I want to start off the bat and say, I know there are some of you guys who watch a lot of the videos that Jeff and Shaleia are coming out with. Not necessarily because you believe in their work, but because a lot of you guys have been reaching out and just finding it hilarious, the stuff that they are trying to come out with. So for those who have been sending me comments and stuff like that, I find it hilarious. I am definitely aware of what's going on and have my own theories about that, but I don't want to spend too much in depth on theories. Now, what I'm going to be going over in this video is someone watched Jeff and Shaleia's, well, mainly Jeff's video on gaslighting. I think it was called Gaslighters and how to handle them or something along those lines. But this person sent me a document pretty much with their breakdown and analysis of what they thought of the gaslighting video. Now I never recommend going to watch Jeff and Shaleia's videos, but this is one I would say if you want to have up in a different tab, to go ahead and do so. This person provided me with timestamps, some quotes from the video regarding those specific timestamps, and then their opinion. If it is a quote, I will notify you that it is a quote. I'm not going to be reading everything word for word with this, with the person's breakdown of the video. I will try to show clips of the document that this person provided for me. I will let you guys know now, there is some mention to, and this is like I guess a sensitivity warning. There are some mentions of racism and Nazis in the breakdown of this video and what was mentioned in Jeff's audio. So if that information is sensitive to you, then I will try to pre-warn you. Excuse me, that's my phone. I will try to remember to pre-warn you about that topic. I will, just so that way you guys are aware. So give me a second and I will get started with this. So, at the 23-second mark in the video, Jeff flashes a picture of the definition of what gaslighting is. End quote. To cause a person to doubt his or her sanity through the use of psychological manipulation. End quote. I.e., to make someone else feel like what actually happened didn't happen, or to attempt to invalidate someone else's personal feelings or experience. At the 1 minute and 50-second mark, quote, gaslighting is when someone's so adamant about their point of view that they slam over your boundaries to try to make you feel like you're wrong and not right, end quote. This isn't at all what gaslighting is. Gaslighting is denying someone else's reality or point of view, not being confident about not being confident about your own. This makes no sense. Just more word salad to confuse people and make himself sound like he knows what he's talking about, all while now attaching standing up for yourself as a negative word. gaslighter. What I forgot to mention at the beginning of this video, and I'm going to mention now, there were some comments in this video that were actual concerns from people. Jeff ended up responding to these comments, but then deleted them. And he deleted, I'm not sure if he ended up deleting his comments later on down the road, but he deleted the person who had commented on these videos. They weren't attacking Jeff, they were actually providing facts, and Jeff deleted their comments in order to make himself seem in the right, but without having the context of what he was saying, if that makes sense. At the end of this video, I will be posting screenshots of the conversations that were had in the comments, so that way you guys can see those as well. At the 2-minute and 45-second mark of the video, quote, "They want to establish a frame that isn't reality because that frame that isn't reality is what the gaslighter lives in," end quote. No, this is not gaslighting. Gaslighting is about manipulating someone else into questioning their reality, not that they themselves live in an alternative reality that is not true. This is an attempt to downgrade someone's true experience and understanding of a situation, person, etc. If it is not mirror Jeff's, This is an attempt to downgrade someone else's true experience and understanding of a situation, person, etc. if it is not mirror Jeff's. What he's attempting to say here is that the way that I experience something, trying to express the truth and experience to others, isn't in fact an attempt to gaslight them. No. This is actually just healthy communication, Jeff. This is the way well and healthy people discuss difficult topics by stating their side of the story. Gaslighting is when I try to tell or discuss my side of the story, and you shit on it, tell me I'm wrong, tell me that's not how it happened, or try to tell me tell me what I was actually thinking or feeling instead. That is gaslighting. Making you question your own reality, your own experiences, your own memories. Making you ask the question, well, wait, did that actually happen that way? And this is exactly what Jeff is doing in this video with the topic of gaslighting, making you question the definition and reality of what gaslighting is. He's actually gaslighting his audience with this video. At the 4-minute mark, quote, "If the gaslighter doesn't get what they want, they'll often turn it on you and say that you're the gaslighter and that you're the victim here, and that they are just trying to help you see something let me read that again. And that they are just trying to help you see something. They're just helping you out," end quote. Obviously, this is a homage to an ex-member commenting on a previous video with a legitimate concern about her ability to access a product that she purchased and had rights to, but were denied those rights and not able to access the product, i.e. TFU classes online. She had a legitimate concern and actual inquiry with an expected result. And that is the fact. You can't gaslight someone if you're presenting them with facts. Again, gaslighting is a term used when you make someone question their reality, when you attempt to deny them their reality. But she was approaching you with reality, Jeff, not gaslighting in any way. Her concerns and inquiries were based on actual facts, which you acknowledged in your responses to this particular individual on that video, but then deleted all of her inquiries, leaving only your one-sided responses visible to your audience, which denies her the ability to explain herself and skew the picture to only see your side, all because it made you look bad if you didn't. Now, just To be clear, deleting someone's legitimate questions, concerns, or inquiries and leaving only your charged responses is you gaslighting her. At the 5-minute-ish mark, only talking about quote unquote quote my work, my community, my hate group. If you don't do the work, you won't get my attention. My Ascension coaches thought the whole concept about his though the whole concept about his work is twin flame union, and that individuals should follow him and his twin flame because they are in perfect union. If this is true, if this is truly the case, wouldn't it be our work? So pretty much what this person is referring to is Jeff keeps saying my work, my community, my hate group. They won't get my attention, and he's saying my Ascension coaches. Instead of saying our, referring to the fact that this is his work and Shaleia's work, supposedly, that they teach. At this point, he still has not mentioned his divine twin flame not once. Considering the entire company and ideology is based on two becoming one. So pretty much he had, to this point, he has yet to mention Shaleia. At the 7-minute and 22-second mark, quote, okay, so guys, this is where we're going to talk, this is where the racism and stuff comes in. So if you are sensitive to this part, you might want to mute it or skip forward about a minute or so into the video. Quote, this is what racists do and Nazis do. It's the exact same thing, end quote. A very bad attempt at bringing in highly negative, emotionally charged terms and labels into the mix in an attempt to connect his haters with oppressive and violent groups. What the hell? So if he is deeming speaking up for yourself and expressing your own concern as gaslighting, then saying that gaslighting is equivalent to racism and the actions of Nazis, he's saying speaking up for yourself and expressing your own concerns deserves the same highly charged negative emotional response as being racist. This is an inappropriate association and misleading. He's using inflated language as an attempt to get viewers to have a strong emotional reaction and thus forget about all of the illogical things he's saying. And at some point in time, guys, we will discuss the fact that there is a lot of what's what I'm looking for? Can't think. But Jeff goes back on his words a lot of times. Him and Shaleia, they'll contradict themselves. There we go. They contradict themselves a lot. You know, I know there was a comment about, or a video that Jeff made about, you know, him and Shaleia having a baby and they're going a specific route versus, you know, like the old-fashioned way. And in the comment, someone made a comment about the video or how they know it's going to be a girl and things like that. And it's funny because they're like, oh, you know, this is what they desire, so they know they're going to get it. But in previous videos, I'm thinking more on the live classes, Jeff and Shaleia always talked about how they would talk to their daughter Grace through like dreams and meditation and stuff like that, and Grace was the one who gave herself that name or whatever, or, you know, they could tell that she was a feminine energy. Like it wasn't this like big debacle that they're making it right now. So because if they knew that they were going to have a female, a daughter, I don't understand why they're going about it a different route to make sure that they have a daughter, which also brings up other concerns or other questions that I have when it comes to that, but whatever. It's going to keep with on this video in particular. So at the 10-minute and 50-second mark, and I quote, "This is a highly trained group of haters, highly trained by me. These are people I deeply invested into. I taught them business systems, online marketing, etc., end quote. Even here, he's trying to take credit for any greatness the alternative group may have. Well, guess what? All of those individuals have their own education experiences that have led them to success, and that is absolutely 0% to do with you. The number one sign and symptom of narcissism is pretty much this sense of self-importance. So, and here's the funny thing. A lot of people came into the group maybe wanting to do their own business. Some people even had their own businesses that they were working on, things like that. Me personally, when I even subscribed to the life purpose classes, I think I only watched like 5 or 6 classes, and the information was repetitive. A lot of the information wasn't useful to me anyway, because I feel like a lot of the information was just geared towards people who were looking to do coaching businesses with Jeff and Shaleia. And I got more information out of actual business books than I did ever from those classes. So to say highly trained group of haters, not by your hands. So that's my view on it, but whatever. So continuing on, at the 11-minute and 25-second mark, quote, "They lied to the reported like profusely about what I said and what I did and how them, and it was all nonsense," end quote. So pretty much what Jeff is referring to the Vice articles that came out regarding them. There are 2 articles, and I will link them in this video, along as you can find the links in my other videos as well. One, I think, was the first one specifically was dealing with a mother of an ex-member, or I can't even say an ex-member. I think their relative or their daughter or son, I'm not sure who, is still in the group, and I think they spoke to some other people as well. The second article, I think, mainly focused on actual ex-members of the group. 2 people in the article being of the LGBT plus community. I'm not sure. I think there was 2. I think there was 2 or 3 people that were the main focus in that article. But I know one for sure was part of the LGBT plus community, because that is one of my friends who I talked to, and she had put her experience in the article as well. So that's what he's referring to. So this person, so then going on, false. It's not lying if it actually happened, especially if there are screenshots, text, emails, and messages to back all of it up. They would never publish lies, referring to Vice. They would never publish lies, or even reporters in general. Sorry, guys. They would never publish lies or anything that can't be backed up, because that opens them up for lawsuits. Don't believe this blanket misdirection, which is hilarious, because Jeff and Shaleia, I think, at one point are attempted to try to sue Vice, or I'm not sure if they still are trying to sue Vice, but depending on when this audio is actually released, Jeff and Shaleia are actually releasing a video talking about how Vice called them cult leaders, like addressing the situation. Jeff and Shaleia, you're about 2 months too late. I think what it is that me personally, outside of this person's opinion, I personally think that Jeff and Shaleia realized that they didn't have a case to stand on when it came to try to sue Vice for the articles that they made. And now they're trying to make a video addressing it because they don't have anything. They have nothing else to go on. Just my opinion. So going on at the 12 minutes and 37, I'm sorry, let me rewind that, geez. 12 minutes into this 37-minute video, this person literally states that they feel like it's a haters video part 2, with this whole gaslighting video, which at this point it really sounds like it, with everything that Jeff is mentioning and talking about, like, you sound like you're making a haters video part 2, and it's just, I feel like it's a sad attempt to create drama, because I mean everyone knows, right? Drama and stuff like that. It's what sells. It's what gets the views on YouTube and things like that. But when people start seeing through the BS that you are presenting them, people just don't even bother paying attention at that point. It's just because they know it's a crock of bull. So at the 12-minute and 50-second mark, quote, "A gaslighter will make you question your own thinking and your own actions," end quote. So this person goes and says, "Oh my gosh, you actually know what gaslighting is. You just chose to confuse and blatantly lie about it for the first 12 minutes instead." He follows this up with, quote, "Because they won't question their own reality," end quote. Once again, Jeff, this is not gaslighting and cannot be used to label someone as a gaslighter. Then we go on to the 13-minute and 5-second mark. More psychological and misdirect with tangent about handprints on the wall behind, I guess they would say, the office. On the wall behind, I guess behind him and the office. Again, the purpose here is for you to forget about and not get the chance to realize that the point he just attempted to make is false and makes no sense, so that you have no choice but to agree and move on. At the 14-minute and 22-second mark, again with the misdirecting, yelling unnecessary commands to his dog while inside, and the dog is making no noise or rustle. So this is, I'm guessing this is still around the same time frame. Quote, "Boundaries, right. That's part of dealing with a gaslighter, is boundaries and discipline. And a gaslighter is going to want to act like you're so crazy to try to say a boundary with them. And then it's not a boundary you're setting, it's actually you're abusing and you're hiding, but like you're not hiding, you're setting a boundary. Boundaries are essential to our human nature. If you don't have boundaries, you'll leak all over the place," end quote. So this person goes on to say, "Did you just follow anything he just attempted to say here?" This is called a word salad. It's a mixture of seemingly random words and phrases. And it's funny because Jeff always talks about, quote unquote, setting boundaries, right? But when someone tries to call out Jeff for overstepping their boundaries, he says that they are abusing him, or that he's just trying to help them into a block and heal a block. So there's another contradiction that Jeff constantly does with himself. At the 14-minute and 52-second mark, quote, "It's like they want you to open up your guts and spill out everywhere," end quote. No, Jeff, this individual just wanted you to make good on the business agreement you had with her, that she fulfilled her end on it, you didn't fulfill your end. He's again using inflated language to draw up a negative emotional connection and response with the viewers towards these haters. So once again, they're referring to the person who paid their fee and paid all the money that was due to Jeff for the access to the Twin Flame Ascension School classes. and now this person no longer has access to their classes. They brought this concern in comments, and Jeff commented his response, but then deleted her comments so no one could see her actual concerns. So at the 15-minute and 17-second mark, quote, "This is really brutal shit. Somebody gaslighting you," end quote. "Wasn't one of your core teachings and beliefs that attack isn't real?" Which is very true. Jeff always talks about attack isn't real. So the fact that he's making this whole video about attack or gaslighters, quote unquote, when technically through his belief system, attack isn't real. This current statement doesn't seem to fit that narrative. One of Jeff's main techniques is that he changes his story to suit the situation, says whatever he needs to say in the moment in order to benefit from the situation, even if that means discrediting things he's said not 1 week prior, basically discrediting himself. Keep this in mind. At the 16-minute and 40-second mark, quote, "Formulated this response," and they're referring to the haters video. I'm sorry, excuse me. "Formulated this response," and they're referring to the hater. He's referring to the haters video. "And there appeared to be some valid points. And this is how it always is. And realistically, I was just going through the thing that I had already gone through with them, but this time publicly. And I responded logically to all of those points, and they looked very valid. But my hater knew, she knew, that they were valid points that were already addressed. She just wanted to try again to get at me and make me wrong and make herself right," end quote. No, they were never addressed. That's why she asked once more, because she still had not gained access to the lifetime access classes that she contractually was entitled to, that you are still currently withholding from her. Quote, "And then a new set of points came up and I addressed all of those. And then a new set," end quote. "By you addressing, do you mean going on unrelated tangents, attempting to redirect the conversation away from the topic at hand, using emotionally charged words incorrectly in an attempt to cause inappropriate guilt and shame on her part, or using suggestion to say that either you adore me?" So this is a quote from his actual comment. Okay, so suggestion to say that, quote, "Either you adore more and still want to follow my teaching lovingly, or you don't actually care in any way and should probably move on," end quote. Whereas neither of these options is true or reality, and forcing someone to choose one of your options is also an attempted form of manipulation. So yeah, I'm gonna go on to say I should probably show screenshots. Well, I definitely will. So I will be providing screenshots as we go through this video. Or at the end of this video, sorry. So at the 17-minute and 20-second mark, still in relation to the exchange with the ex-member on his haters video, quote, "It wasn't bringing up valid points," end quote. "Didn't you just say a minute before that she brought up some valid points?" Another simple example of contradicting himself, his core pattern. So exactly, you go on to say this person literally brought up valid points, but then say they didn't bring up valid points. What? Whatever. So then continuing on, we're going to finish up with this. At the 17-minute and 22-second mark, quote, "It wasn't like I'm having a decent conversation with you, but that's how it's going to appear," end quote. So he tells you how you may have interpreted the comments, i.e. that she actually was having a decent conversation with him and brings up solid, valid points. But then he goes on to say that what you saw and interpreted about the exchange was not the truth. Guys, here he is again, trying to gaslight the audience again, trying to make them question the reality of the situation, trying to change their mind about what they experienced and saw. So he continues to try to tell you how to feel, what to think, how to interpret a situation, how to react, why you're wrong, how to fix yourself, yada, yada, yada. That's literally what the person put. They put yada, yada, yada. Only halfway through what I've already experienced, so I'm going to stop here. So pretty much it's more of the same throughout the video. Same points are just going to be brought up, but the same thing continues to happen throughout the entire video. Of Jeff just contradicting himself, trying to say one thing and then tell people how they're wrong and how they can fix it, etc., etc. He uses the same manipulation tactics he uses over and over again. Pretty much the main theme of this video and most others is lies, half-truths, evasion, and denial. All manipulation tactics that he employs to build himself up, tear others down, make you or your audience feel guilty, shamed, or to prove his own point. This man can talk his way out of a paper bag. Also, last thing, the "you're not alone" marketing scheme. You can speak more about this if you wish. So I had made a video. And I forgot exactly which one it is, so if someone remembers, you can please comment down below which video it is, because I completely forgot. But I made a video about how Jeff is using his members and his followers to get more views and more spotlight pretty much on YouTube by having his goonies, pretty much comment on other people's comments who disagree with Jeff or who actually question Jeff, the statement, "you're not alone." These people don't agree with what the people are saying when it comes to them expressing their concerns and actual facts about Jeff and what he's doing. What they're just doing is they're trying to build the algorithm and make it seem that there is more engagement on the video than what there actually is. Jeff has also been doing this in his other videos as well, having his members comment the same thing over and over again, or having them comment multiple times to help boost their views as far as the algorithm and things like that. It's sad that Jeff feels that he needs to do that, because if you feel that's something that you need to do, there is something seriously wrong there, on my opinion. I don't need to comment 20,000 times on my own videos, or to have people comment the same thing over and over again for my videos to be seen. I know for those who are looking for them, they will be found. There's even a video what Jeff recently just posted talking. It's literally called DM to DF Twin Flame Reading. Your Guru awaits. We literally think that he created a fake profile under a Martin Richter. And this guy literally he really posted 4 times in a matter of 2 hours. The first one is saying, "God is my creator, I am fulfilling his creation," which makes no sense. And then he says, "It's great you're back." If this person was really a person who followed Jeff and Shaleia, he'd probably be in the Facebook group, but whatever. And then goes on to say, who really sees that you are never alone. Once again, that statement, "you are never alone," or you were never alone. This is the same type of verbiage that he had his people comment. And then it says, "God is in the house." So this is a lot of the verbiage that Jeff would normally say, or how he would normally talk. If this person really wanted to make these comments, they would just put it all in one comment. I don't understand why they would make 1, 2, 3, 4 different comments. Some of them looking like they're back to back, because it was only 4 hours after the video was posted that this person posted 3 times, and then an hour later posted another comment which is weird. So the conversation is really weird because 4 hours after the video was, or sometime 4 hours ago, whenever the screenshot was taken, 4 hours ago, the comments read in this order based on time. So the first one would be the one that was the longest, which would have been 5 hours ago, and it says, "It's good, it's great you're back." Okay, cool, fine. I can see that being possibly a real comment. But then this person comes back an hour later to write 3 different comments instead of posting them all in one comment, saying, "God is my creator, I am fulfilling his creation," which is something Jeff would say. Who really sees that you were never alone, and then God is in the house. So this person literally made 3 different comments back to back in a matter of an hour instead of just posting all of them in one comment, which is really weird. I find it really weird, and I think honestly it's just for Jeff to try to see if he can try to boost the algorithm to boost engagement. And then it's funny because he's got another video coming out, like I had mentioned earlier, talking about the Vice. It's literally called "How Vice Abandoned Reality to Call Me a Cult Leader." So everyone's reality is wrong except for Jeff's, which I find hilarious, because it's one of those situations. It's like, how many times or how many people can step away from something and say, "I feel this was like a cult. Everything that was going on was very cult-like. Everything that happening was a cult." And, how many people can actually do that, and you still try to say these people have no idea what they're talking about, they're not correct, and you're trying to gaslight them because this is their reality of it. They felt like they literally left a cult based on how you treated these people and how you tried to control these people. So I find it interesting. So anyway, that's it, guys. That's all I got for you. There will be there's always going to be another video coming out until I tell you guys otherwise. But I hope you guys did find this informational. The fact that someone else went through this video of Jeff and Shaleia about gaslighting and broke everything down and talked about how Jeff was pretty much, manipulating people, how he's going off on random tangents, how he's constantly being distracted and then coming back and not even, finishing up the idea that he was just on. It's just very weird, the whole entire video. So that would be, I guess, his only video that I would recommend you guys watch as you listen to this audio to actually compare what Jeff is saying and then what this person's analysis and their logical breakdown of this video was. This person, for the most part, kept a lot of the emotion out of their breakdown of this video, and I do appreciate that because I think it's very important to have a logical breakdown of the video versus an emotional one, so people can really see through the layers of BS that I'm gonna call it anyway. The layers of BS that Jeff is trying to feed people through these videos. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. That is it for this particular video. I appreciate you guys so much. Please share this video if you'd like to get the news out there, and I will talk to you guys on another one. Peace out.